Tell you what, our guitars have been used to 40 degrees for the last few months. And now when we're getting them out of the case, it's like they're actually frozen. They're so cold that they don't really know what to do with themselves. We've just come, Daryl and I have come from the hottest summer in about 16 years in Perth. We've pretty much averaged 36, 37 for most of summer, so it's actually, it sounds lovely. It's not. At least when it's cold you can just keep putting layers on. It gets a bit awkward when people like Daryl are wearing bikinis to the shops. You get sent home quite quickly. This one I didn't write. I wish I did, but I didn't. The very incredible Etta James wrote this song. She's a favourite of mine, and she became more of a favourite when I got to play a festival alongside her in Milwaukee in 2009. And got to stand on the same stage, which was pretty exciting. Not that she was on it when I was on it. But it turned out that it was the last show she ever performed before getting really sick, and as you may know, she passed away about a year or so ago. And somehow it was my mission that night to hang out with her band. To hang out with her would have been better, but she was in her own stretch limousine something. But the rest of her band invited us back to their bus, and they were a group of wonderful men who have played with Elton John and B.B. King and the Eurythmics and everyone you can name. They seem to share the stage, Elton John. And then right at the end of the night, after hanging out and having a great time, I was walking out the door, and one person I hadn't met walked up, and it was Etta James's manager. And we started talking, and he said, well, let's meet up. I said, well, when's your next show? He said it was in Vegas, in Las Vegas, so I very quickly lied. I said, when is it? He said, next weekend. I said, oh my God, we're in Vegas next weekend, which of course I wasn't. And then he organised us backstage passes, and we were going to have this meeting, and I very quickly had to buy some very expensive tickets to Las Vegas after telling him that I wasn't going to be there in the neighbourhood. So I bought my tickets to Vegas, and when I arrived, and she was meant to be playing that night, I got an email saying she had become very ill. So I was in Vegas without Etta James being there. Anyway, it all turned out good because he offered to produce my next album. So I ended up in San Francisco with an amazing bunch of musicians, including some of Etta James's musicians. And so I decided to do one of her songs, this next one. So this is my version of Rather Go Blind. Someone told me it was over. talking to me. Something deep down in my soul said, go on, right, girl. When I saw you and that girl, and you walking, hey. I would rather go blind, boy, than to see you walking away from a child. No. Oh, I love you so much, I don't wanna see you walking away from me. Most of all, I don't wanna be free. I would rather be a blind girl. I don't wanna see you walking away from me, child. No. And I was just sitting here thinking of your kisses and your warm embrace. When the reflection in that city held close to my lips now, baby, revealed the tears I had on my face. Baby, baby, I would rather go blind. I was thinking about your sweet kisses, and baby, I was thinking about your embrace. Oh, and the reflection in a glass that I held close to my lips now, baby, you revealed the tears I had streaming down my face. I'd rather go blind than to see you walking away from a child. make sure you grab them. We'll be back soon. Thanks, guys.